Okay, here we go. 3 tips to really improve your gut health. I want to talk for a minute about why this is really important, why your gut health is essential for your overall health, hormone balance, everything else. Yes. But I'm going to talk about 3 things that are probably different than what you were thinking. Most of the time when people think about gut health, they're like, oh yeah, take a probiotic, get a digestive enzyme. Oh, easy peasy, right? And not no, right? Like those are very valid things to have. But a lot of times what I find is women will have a lot of gut issues and they're like, I'm taking a probiotic. I have this digestive enzyme. And they take these things frequently, but they're not seeing any result. They're not seeing anything different. They're not feeling anything different. So it gets really, really frustrating. So we're going to talk about some things that are not just a probiotic or digestive enzyme that you can incorporate to help your gut health. Now, I am Dr. Beth Westie, women's health and hormone expert, author of the books The Female Fat Solution, The Female Menopause Solution. These are on Amazon for you to learn more about how to eat for your hormones in your cycle. I also have the podcast, The Female Health Solution, and my YouTube channel is Dr. Beth Westie if you're looking for more resources there. But when we talk about these things, I've done some content and talked about gut health before, but these are really like the top 3 basic things to try when you have a gut that is giving you some issues, right? You're like, my digestion is off. This is different than I ate something and I've got bubble guts. Or I'm not sure what happened. In the morning, it was fine, but in the evening, my stomach is not working right. A lot of times we'll talk about different binders when we go through different detox processes, different binders or things like that, like a little bit of charcoal can be very soothing for the gut. That's different than what I'm talking about here. This is really just how to improve your overall gut health and digestion on a regular basis. So first one that I'm going to talk about here, and this might seem like, oh, this seems dumb. This seems dumb. Are you serious? This is it? This is the thing that you're talking about? And I'm going to be like, yes, this is the thing we're talking about. Ready? Chew. Chew your food. Chew your food. Really take time to chew your food. If you actually timed yourself eating and you eat in 10 minutes or less, unless the food that you're eating is easily digestible, well, it's hard on your gut. And if you're thinking, who has 30 minutes to eat? I know, I totally get it. We live in such a fast-paced lifestyle that we are expected to eat really quickly, or I only get a 20-minute break for lunch. And that includes going to the break room, getting my lunch, sitting down and eating it, cleaning it up, and then getting a little bit of a mental break before having to go back to work. Yeah. So we eat really fast. I do this sometimes where I don't even realize how fast I'm eating. And I'll be like, oh, I'm supposed to do this, call in 15 minutes or something else. And I've got, I am doing a masterclass here on Tuesday night. So if you're on the wait list, which the link is in the comments for the wait list, if you're on the wait list, you will get notified for this free masterclass that I'm doing. And it's an amazing class. We are going to be talking about, I want to say the title perfectly, top 3 things to start improving your hormones today. It's going to be really good. And we're going to be talking about, again, these basic things. But when we're looking at all this stuff in just the fast-paced lifestyle, I'll think to myself, oh my gosh, I have to do this thing in 15 minutes. And I have to eat and I have to go to the bathroom before I start on calls or something like that. That's not enough time. That's not enough time to eat food. So sometimes I will have a shake or a bar, something quick, something nourishing, but that I can get in my body, but that doesn't actually require me to chew. Because if you're actually taking the time to chew, that's what's best for your overall digestion. That's what's best for your digestive process. There's certain enzymes in your mouth that help break down the food. So if you're not chewing properly, if you're not letting the food sit in your mouth long enough, which sounds so weird and gross, I know, but the food has to sit in your mouth long enough and interact with all those enzymes. I don't know if it does that. That's in my head what it does. And then you swallow it. That's where your body can digest it better, by chewing the food. Sometimes it's helpful if your gut is really disrupted. If you eat foods that are, as I call them, like pre-chewed foods. like easily digested, like, cooked fruits or veggies, something that is steamed, broken down more. Like instead of eating a steak, you would have ground beef. It's broken up manually a little bit more for you. That doesn't mean you chew less. That just means it's a little bit easier to start that process. But by the time you swallow your food, it should feel like mush. It should feel like baby food in your mouth. Yeah. And again, most of us don't take the time to eat like that. Most of the time you put a bite in your mouth and you're like, you chew 3 to 5 times and then swallow. That's hard on your gut. So if you are having gut issues, chewing your food can make a huge difference. Second thing, walking. Just walking after you eat. Not quickly, not rushing around, not trying to get your heart rate up. This is, you eat food and you walk for 15 to 20 minutes. Just an easy, leisurely stroll. And again, if you're thinking, who has time for this? I know. The trick is to fit it in. I used to do this when my kids were, my girls played on this softball team together when they were younger. And I remember we would literally eat in the car on the way to the field. I would hand everybody their dinner bowl in the car and we'd drive because it would take us like 30 or 40 minutes to get there. So that was our time to eat. So that was actually a good timing for me for chewing. Eating slow enough, taking a bite at a time, chewing slow enough the entire time that we were there, driving in the car. And then when the kids would get there, I would just spend time walking around the parking lot on the side of the field before sitting down. If you are having a lot of gut digestive issues, finding a way to walk, especially after you eat a bigger meal. If you're like, oh, I eat smaller meals, or I eat this, or this is just a shake, do I need to walk after that? Not necessarily, but your biggest meal, like your dinner meal, walking after that can be very, very, very helpful. Yes. And then the last one here that I'm going to talk about, and this is really fun to layer in. And then you're thinking, okay, finally you wrote something down. That's not just a stupid lifestyle change. Stop giving me lifestyle changes. These are the most impactful things, honestly. Because again, you can be taking the best probiotic, the best digestive enzyme, the fanciest things out there. And I'm not saying that they're not good and helpful, but if you're taking that stuff already, that stuff is like basic. Most of the time people are like, oh, my guts. And they take something and they're like, oh, I'm feeling better. Great. But if you've already done that, what else can I really look at and do? These are some big things that make a huge difference on a regular basis. So that's why I'm talking about it. Ginger tea. Now you can use fresh ginger and do this. I will be totally honest in that I will get organic ginger root at Costco and I will use it. And then it's such a huge pack that sometimes I don't get to the end of it before it starts to look weird in my fridge. And then I get nervous. I'm like, is this bad? Is this not? I don't know. I'm not a ginger expert. But you can peel the ginger, put it in slices, and make tea with it. Yes. Ginger tea on a regular basis. Yes. Using fresh ginger. Absolutely. That's fantastic. But if you're like me and right now, I do not have fresh ginger in my fridge. I will probably by next week, because I'll get some from Costco again. But I will use just ginger root. This is, I don't know if you can see this. Ginger root. I'm not sponsored by this company or anything, but I'll show you what it looks like here. And I just put it in a little tea thing. Oh, that is, woo, fragrant. Very fragrant, like this. Just little ginger root pieces. Just little ginger root pieces. And you can make tea with this. It's just dried ginger. It's just dried ginger. Now I also put this in, and this is my jar of my cumin, coriander, fennel. I'm talking too fast. Cumin, coriander, fennel tea. And then I also put ginger and orange peel in here. And then there's some hibiscus leaves too. Hibiscus leaves, petals. Hibiscus is a flower. It's a petal. Hibiscus petals, this is the end of it. So this is the one I use for my progesterone phase. And it's got that ginger in there. Yep, so it smells nice and gingery, and that's what I use a lot as well, because cumin, coriander, and fennel is also very soothing for your digestive system. But if you're like, that's a lot to do all the cumin, coriander, fennel, I get it. Especially if you're not a person who loves tea. You don't have to have the tea a lot of the time, but making this ginger tea and having like 1 cup a day, so helpful for your digestive system. So, so helpful. And remember that your system can shift and change throughout the month. You know, during your estrogen phase, during days 1 through 14, your digestive system is going to work faster. During the progesterone phase, it will slow down. Yay! So these are some great things to keep in mind to do on a regular basis to make sure your body and your digestive system are functioning as good as they can, as well as they can, a majority of the time, besides just taking a probiotic and digestive enzyme. Yes. I do have those that I take as well, just in case you're like, do you never do that? No, I totally take those. Yeah, but these things can make a huge impact overall as well. So that's what I got for you guys tonight. Let me know if there's any other questions. Leave a comment below. I do check the comments. So if you need anything else, let me know. But also if you have a question on something, or like, hey, can you do a video on this? You can also leave that in the comments too. And I will put it on my list of videos to do. So that's what I got for you tonight. Have a great rest of your night, and I will see you later.